EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the state of Florida and TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. This crowd excited to see their Jaguars as both teams emerged from their tunnels a moment ago. We are just about ready for football as the Jags get set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And off we go from Jacksonville. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. First and 10. Here's Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Rodgers now on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Malik Jackson able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Here's Rodgers to throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Cobb. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. Now it's Rodgers. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And this is incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Earlier, Charles, we were mentioning about how Green Bay missed the playoffs this last year. You know, they had made the playoffs 8 straight years, 2009 to 2016. But now 2 straight years without going to the playoffs. And when you're playing in a town called Title Town. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now Rodgers. And his throw here is incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
319! 319!
On third and long, it's Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 16. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Well, CD, the NFL held its awards show the night before the Super Bowl, and as you and I had speculated the last few weeks, Patrick Mahomes, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and for the second straight season, how about Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, Donald was expected. We knew that was going to happen. Mahomes, we thought would happen. There was that school of thought that maybe Drew Brees might walk away with the MVP since he's never won one, but Mahomes a deserving winner. How about the Offensive Rookie of the Year? Saquon Barkley with the Giants. Many thought it might be Baker Mayfield with Cleveland.
Yeah, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Darius Leonard of the Colts, and the Colts Comeback Player of the Year, Andrew Luck, and very deservedly so.
I would say that for sure, and he beat out J.J. Watt, who also would have been a deserving winner. Coach of the Year, I thought was a close vote, or probably should have been closer to me, because I thought Anthony Lynn from the Chargers.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. That is caught at the 7. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll try to run it in with Jones. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1. A note on Aaron Jones, by the way, Charles, it kind of surprised me. He actually led the NFL this season 5.5 yards per carry. He's one of those players that doesn't get mentioned nearly often enough for his explosiveness. But when he touches the football, good things happen for the Green Bay Packers. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there, taking it in from a yard out. And the Packers have taken the early lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Crosby on now to kick it away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Well, off topic, but we'd be remiss if we didn't point out what else was happening Super Bowl weekend. The Madden 19 Club Championship, second major this season, 2 more to follow. And our winner, Pauvin, representing the Oakland Raiders. He took down the Vikings, and your favorite, Charles, I.B. Strafen. He had to reach for the ibuprofen after a 38-24 beatdown in the final.
Well, you know, if he was representing the Oakland Raiders, the Vikings went down, and they went down hard. That's how the Raiders do it.
How about Pauvin, though, wins $100,000 for his efforts, also won Super Bowl tickets for the next day, unselfishly gave them to his father and his brother.
How about that? That's pretty cool. Congratulations, Pauvin. Way to go.
Set. Green 80. Green is set.
Bortles to throw on second down. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Looking long for Westbrook. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Green 80. Green 80. Green is set.
They do go for it. It's Bortles. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Cole. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 4th down conversion plays. You usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Green 80.
Bortles now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Let's go, let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey. Set. Green 80.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. This is Yeldon on the dump off. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Green 80. Green 80. Green is set.
Now Bortles again. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. Give him 30 yards there. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there, couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
And this Fournette territory here, and he's alone in the backfield on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here's Fournette. No gain on the play, and what to do now? On 4th and goal. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. That'll go in the books as a loss of 20. While we have a second here, let's peek back to the Super Bowl. The lowest scoring Super Bowl, Charles, in history, 13-3. And it took us 53 minutes to get our first touchdown of Super Bowl 53.
Can you believe they went into the half, 3-0 New England, Stephen Gostkowski with a field goal. Then they finally tie it up with Greg Zuerlein at the end of 3 quarters of the Rams knocking one through the post. The Patriots, a 3rd team to win the year after losing the Super Bowl.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. To throw is Rodgers. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there. And in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Now Rodgers throwing on 3rd and long. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. It's fielded at the 45. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. Now the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. Before this next drive gets going, we need to discuss the Hall of Fame inductees. There will be 8 in the 2019 class. We got Champ Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law. Who else am I forgetting in there?
Well, how about a big guy, a lineman, Kevin Mawai, who was absolutely terrific in his career. How about Ed Reed with the Baltimore Ravens and the great job he did in the secondary there. Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt as contributors, the owner of the Broncos and the longtime scout with the Cowboys. And I love the senior committee bringing in Johnny Robinson, the safety with Kansas City.
Tony Gonzalez was a first ballot guy. And, of course, when I hear Ty Law's name, you think, wow, he started this great Patriots dynasty that we're still living in.
You're exactly right. And the Patriots, with all of their championships, probably underrepresented in the Hall of Fame.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Bortles going to throw. And he is going to be hit and taken down. Bortles sacked. Muhammad Wilkerson. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. He's going to get it right. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Oh, that one got away from him. Short distance kick missed. No good. Way wide to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, I tell you, I thought either the scoreboard was wrong or I was wrong or both. But that was an attempt for a field goal on 3rd down, and it was no good as well.
And I'm trying to wrap what little brain I have around why this would be a good idea. But I cannot come up with a logical explanation for that one.
Yeah, well, my brain's smaller, so I can't either here. I don't know what they were doing. On 1st down, Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to loft one deep. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there at 22.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
Now Bortles. Safarian Jenkins has it. Touchdown, Jaguars. Austin Safarian Jenkins, 31 yards. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I would say it'd probably be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. but I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series, before you get out there, hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. To throw, it's Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Marcel Darius in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. He's been a busy man here his first half as he gets it away. That's taken it around the 40. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Well, these Jacksonville Jaguars, as their offense comes back out here, they had a hard fall from 2017. Now, there are falls and there are graceful falls. This was not a graceful fall. It was, wow, from the AFC Championship game to 5-11.
So you're saying it wasn't part of the ballroom dancing course that they might have taken, right? Where it's very graceful in what they're getting done?
Negative.
I mean, they ended up going 5-11. Defense was still good, number 5 in the league, but the offense struggled all season long, finished number 27 in the league, and too many turnovers at key times for the defense to keep up. So look for this team to make a few moves, especially on the offensive side of the ball, and hopefully have a quieter offseason and quieter regular season in 2019.
That is caught right at the 10-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Green 80.
Throwing is Bortles. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Tramon Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And he comes back with one complete. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Rodgers to try again after the pick six. Trying to lay one up deep, and he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The Packers on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And now the football is going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. The field goal unit on the sideline. They're going to go with 1 second left.
Green 80. Green 80. Green is good.
A final shot before half for Bortles. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. This one taken from the 7. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Set. Green 80. Set.
On first down, Bortles. Over the middle, complete. That's Cole. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. You probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Set. Green 80. Let's go. Green is set.
Now Bortles dumps it off to Fournette. That now running right through him. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1.
Set. Green 80. Set.
They'll go for it. It's Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Hey, 626.
Rodgers going to throw. Here as he's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Now then, after the sack, will be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Rodgers. Dancing to it, and the pressure gets to him again.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
Green 80.
They'll try and get the run game going. This is Yeldon. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack.
Back at the 47-yard line, Muhammad Wilkerson in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Green 80.
Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They give him a gain of 37. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Bortles. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Clay Matthews not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags.
Green 80.
Bortles going to throw. Letting one go deep for the end. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On 1st down, Rodgers. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. This quarterback now over 300 yards now for the game, and time to improve on that as he's got a 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Bortles. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Bortles under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Snap comes at 1, and it's Bortles. And my goodness, another interception. Kentrell Bryce picks it, and the return will stop right around the 25. His defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting them in jeopardy right now.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Now it's Rodgers. And Grant's got it over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Packers who have the football, but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And now here's another interception. A.J. Boye with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
380.
So after the INT, it's Bortles. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Blake Martinez, the linebacker, was there in coverage to disrupt.
But there's no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The pitch to Fournette. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, Fournette. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And the Jaguars send. And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
To throw, it's Rodgers. It's caught outright by Graham. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. The tackle
and Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. Malik Jackson able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Throwing on 3rd and long. Rodgers. And Graham's got it. Complete. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're so long way away from field goal time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46.
Green 80. Green 80. Green is good.
They'll toss it to Fournette. He doesn't find a ton of space following the display of quick feet down just inside the 45. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Fournette on the toss to the right. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at the 45. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And his pass incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Now Rodgers got to have this one. They'll roll him out right. This is Cobb with a catch right side. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Here we go. Green inside.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. Completes it to Lee. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. Play action. Now it's Bortles. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Mike Daniels in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. A.J. Bouye, the fine cornerback, there to make the play defensively. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on 3rd and long. Things looking pretty good for them.
And this is where they have to be careful because they got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
He's going to let it fly. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory. And I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. And a strange one here, a little befuddled. They're sending out the field goal unit now. And Lambeau will put this one through. And that now makes this a 15-7 game. From a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a one-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. Go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 23 yards on the play. He's back to throw. Rolling to his right. Caught by Cobb. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Rodgers on the move to his left. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. The Packers on third down, an almost unimaginable 0 for 10 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Back to throw, Rodgers. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
They'll run it with Jones. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Rodgers to throw. And this is caught. He's got it for a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, it's all going to come down to a 2-point conversion.
We'll break down the touchdown later. It's 2-point conversion time. Go to your script, pick your play, and go for it.
Listen to this crowd now. Their guys need a stop on this 2-point conversion. To throw is Rodgers. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. And no doubt they had to go for 2 to tie the game. Now they need a miracle on the onside kick.
They gave it their best shot. Can they pull it off here and maybe get one of those onside kicks that bounces perfectly, and they can grab it and run it all the way to the other end zone? That's what they're down to at this point.
And this is going to be recovered by the Jaguars. And that should just about do it. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Jaguars are winners here as we say so long from Jacksonville.